I mean, kind of to make a longer story short, like looking on Google Maps one day and saw this giant green space in Garfield, and we're like, what's this? And it had just been torn down housing. Let's have a lease, do what you want with it. Anything you do is going to be better than what it is right now. So a lot of freedom.
We grow a lot of micro sprouts, microgreens. That's usually has mustard, basil, pea sprouts, buckwheat. This year, since I've been here in the spring, we sold a lot of radishes, were a big crop, and salad greens. And then kale and chard, big crops, peppers, eggplants. We have tomatoes in here now that should survive a couple frosts and keep producing a little longer. And then, but mostly we grow salad greens in here.
We've had like neighbor interns, so place of employment for people, a place to get organic food that they can afford, and we take like every form of payment, so that's accessible to them in that way. And grow, we don't grow like fancy weird things and expect people to buy. You grow what people are gonna buy. And then just a place of education and learning. We've had many people come up, just as, you know, chickens are always the biggest hit.
So I'm about to open the chicken coop and want to give them some greens so we can, you know, mob us. Hello, girls. We have 11 chickens. And they eat the greens that we give them, and we get a dozen eggs every 2 days probably. They have access, we'll see, inside the bioshelter. So they have, they're part of the farm ecosystem. They recycle nutrients, provide us eggs, and then in the winter, they help bring heat and carbon dioxide into the bioshelter. A bioshelter is a solar greenhouse. It's managed to have an indoor ecosystem. So the chickens live inside the greenhouse and they give carbon dioxide. A lot of times when a greenhouse is closed up through the winter, the plants can use up all the carbon dioxide on a sunny day if there's not enough ventilation. So having chickens in there and people inside helps keep the air exchange so the plants can stay healthy. And yeah, solar panels on the roof to provide most of the electricity for the greenhouse. And then the rain gutters are set up either to go in the rain barrels or overflow into the garden beds. So this is a year's accumulation of compost from a mix of coffee grounds and weeds and stuff people bring in from their kitchens. And
You need like a 30-to-1 ratio of carbon heavy things and nitrogen heavy things. Generally, when people are explaining it the first time, they'll say browns and greens, because usually your brown things like your leaves, your dead grass, anything that's dead or dying or dry, they have lots of high carbon content. And then living things, vegetable scraps, have high nitrogen content.
I felt like we were reestablishing some cultural knowledge that will now last for hopefully more generations that somehow disappeared. So just trying to bring back the concept of gardening, food production, and biodiversity into the community. Seems like it's a long-term project, but hopefully it'll have a lasting beneficial impact.